As you can tell by all the dirt and all the crap all over it, this thing's been sitting for a while. And I just took it out of its little home and replaced this thing. And it runs like crap because the gas is crap. So let's see how it runs. See how it sounds. Let's get this thing running. Yeah, it looks like the primaries are clogged up with something. Happens because deposits get set up inside here in the carburetor for the lovely car. Nobody believes that alcohol is not good for cars. Even sounds like she's knocking. But there's two air bleeds up here. These two air bleeds are probably clogged with ethanol crap. I'm going to clean them out, see if I can get this thing to run like it's supposed to. Okay now. Up here on either side of the air horn, you'll see there's two air bleeds. You need to take out your needle here, your idle control needle. Okay, you will need to find a hose that will fit tightly onto that air bleed. Okay, carburetor cleaner, doesn't matter if it's the cheap, Tech brand, Walmart brand, doesn't matter. And spray in there liberally. Then you take a air hose and air nozzle right through the hole where you put the needle in. And some of this stuff's going to come out, so be careful. See that? Now that came out of the air bleed. You do the same thing on the other side. When you do this, though, you have to reset everything. So I'm going to use a vacuum gauge to get my mixture back to where it was. But this is what happens after it sits for 6 months from the fall to maybe now. Check everything. Same thing on the other side. And a little brass air bleed right there. Now the Hollies have them the same way, but they don't stick out as far. And theirs, early ones, are made of zinc. And on my Charger, they used to clog all the time, even if they sat for a few weeks with this damn stupid fuel. Now, again, same thing. You put the nozzle in where the needle was, and you'll see it squirt back out. Now I'm going to put them back in, start it up, and see if it idles better. I'm going to probably put like 2.5 turns out on these idle screws. All you gotta do is seat them. You don't have to really put them really tight. 1, 2.5. Okay, now let's see if it'll start without any problem. A little bit of rough idling. love ethanol. I just love it. Now I'm going to take a vacuum gauge and set it at maximum vacuum. Okay, this is just a cheap Harbor Freight vacuum gauge. Go through the gauge. Goes on somewhere on here on the manifold vacuum. You don't want anything else but manifold vacuum. That's where I wanted to find anyway. I found the end of it. Better than it was. Not perfect, but better than it was. There you go. Getting better. Got some old gas in there, but it's getting better. Before, didn't even want to run at idle. And that's why I hate ethanol. It should start right up, no problem. That's why ethanol is not good.